The Congresswoman represents New York's 22nd district. It includes the city of Binghamton. Congresswoman, thank you for your time. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
You are one of 4 in the New York congressional delegation that voted for this bill. You initially had some doubts about this bill.
Right.
What changed your mind?
First of all, I had doubts about the bill because the original budget language that came from the Senate instructed us to completely eliminate the so-called state and local tax deduction, otherwise known as SALT. Obviously, that would be great if we were in a medium or low tax or no tax state such as Florida or Tennessee or Texas or even neighboring Pennsylvania. But for me, the SALT deduction was something that was necessary to cover my middle-income taxpayers who itemize. About 30% of the people in my district itemize right now, at least 30% of filers. Adding in the SALT, bringing it to $10,000, and the ability to use it for income, property, and sales tax, or any combination of that, up to $10,000, actually covers about 99% of my property owners. And quite honestly, many of my constituents are retirees. They're in the New York State pension system. A lot of them are retired teachers, corrections officers, and civil servants, and they don't pay any income tax at all on their retirement income. So in our case, SALT wasn't as big of a factor on that side. You know who's getting hurt in my district, and on the Republican side is a member of the Financial Services Committee. A lot of the high-income earners, especially lawyers, personal service providers, are not getting the pass-through benefit of manufacturers. We need to bring manufacturing back, and that's something that is really important to me as the owner of a manufacturing business right in the heart of central New York.
Congresswoman, you also expressed some concerns initially about what this bill would do for the deficit. 1.5 trillion, perhaps 1 trillion, somewhere between the two. 37 of 38 economists on both ends of the spectrum that were recently polled by the Chicago Tribune, all of them but one said that this is going to blow a hole in the deficit. How do you reconcile that with what you've said in the past about cutting the deficit?
Yeah, first of all, this is a very pro-growth policy. If you want to bring jobs back to an area like mine, that's the Rust Belt, we have the largest outmigration of jobs and people and iconic businesses like IBM that was founded in my district that once had 15,000 employees, that's down to around 200. People are leaving New York State in droves because of our high taxes, our unfunded mandates. We're always ranked almost last or dead last in business friendliness. We have the highest taxes. We have the highest mandates. And the most important thing we have is the highest cronyism rate. That means our governor spends but I'm getting to your question because this is really important. About $8 billion is taken from our taxpayers and used for these cronyist schemes by our governor in an unconstitutional setting. And so, yes, with growth, with repatriating jobs back to our communities, giving our pass-throughs, which are most of our small businesses.
You think this is a bill that's going to pay for itself?
Actually, I keep reading statistics from economists that are now turning over and saying, if we maintain the 1.8 or 1.9% growth that we're getting right now, we're still going to be probably doing okay. We're going to continue on a deficit path that's going to be growing.
Speaker Ryan,
but if we even get to the 3% that we're at now, and we haven't even passed tax reform
Speaker
yet,
Ryan said just a few hours ago. Speaker Ryan just said a few hours ago he didn't know if this was a bill that was going to pay for itself. But you're saying that you're fairly...
I think it actually will be a huge help to New York. I think it's going to prove to help itself. I'm just hoping and praying, and I've been working on Democrats, wishing that they would come aboard and join us in trying to create growth, to get away from the tax and spend policies that have made New York virtually a socialist economy that has driven people and successful people, entrepreneurs, and everyone from our state, and join us in trying to grow this economy, grow the United States, make us a strong leader, bring back our American jobs to a community like mine. You know, the Erie Canal was started in my district over 200 years ago. We started the Industrial Revolution. It's been eviscerated by leftist policies out of Andrew Cuomo and our very, very difficult Assembly Democrats who have had not just corruption, but they have driven people out of our state.
All right, Congresswoman, we'll leave it there. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.